Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get into the auctions. Welcome to Harcourts Four Seasons. My name's Mark and I'm delighted to be your auctioneer today. I see the chocolates have hardly been touched. Did you have a little bit too much over Easter, did you? Maybe you did. So no, we'll keep them to the side, but maybe you can win the chocolates today. We've got 3 excellent auctions up for your competitive bidding. And the first of those has actually been brought forward. So our owners have received an offer in advance of the scheduled auction date. It was due for next week, but they've said, hey, no, we're happy with that in each and every regard. So what we do at Harcourts is we bring the auction forward and give everybody the chance to bid on top of the acceptable offer. And for that auction, the reserve's effectively been met. So we still give you the chance to bid on top of that. So there's just slightly different rules for that. It's a little bit easier, and we'll touch on that in just a moment. But we've got 3 important owners that we represent today, so we thank them very much for their custom. We do appreciate it, and hope you get the very, very best result in the auctions today. I don't work alone. Linda Warren-Davies just arrived. She's calling our 3rd auction at Akaroa Street. And you'll notice this handsome gentleman in behind, Jeremy Andrews. He's running the technology, and we're streaming our auctions over the internet, livepropertyauctions.co.nz. So if you've ever got a free moment at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, make sure you're watching that. Always theatrical, always exciting, and seeing these good transactions happen. So we've got James Twiss and Greg Roberts, our principals. Also Jim Davis, Regional Manager for the South Islands, come along to join us today. So we better put in a good stint for Jimmy and make sure we're doing well. But no, we all collectively welcome you as well. Now we're going to just run through the rules of the day. They're quite sort of legally stated, but let's turn them into everyday speak, just so we're all on the same page and we're all working the same way. So in each of the cases we've had a confidential reserve, although on that first one, of course, that's not going to be confidential when Jason Day calls out the amount for me. But the other 2 auctions have a confidential reserve. Your job's to bid to that reserve or even go past it, and you need to be the highest bidder at the end of the auction, kadoing, and when the hammer falls in your favour, then you win the auction. We don't always reach the auction reserve in the initial bidding, but that's not a cause to panic, because we don't finish the auction. What we do is we'll just take a pause, and then the auctioneer will just invite the highest bidder out into the main lounge and offer you the chance to buy the property at auction. It is the best place and time to buy real estate, guys, is at auction, and you understand why, because you have an exclusivity of opportunity. If properties don't sell, then the sales consultant has to make the properties available to the entire marketplace, and that includes conditional parties. So you have got that exclusivity of opportunity here and now today, and it is important that we have your highest bid on show at all times. And the reason is that if we are pausing and talking to the highest bidder, maybe on the odd occasion that the vendor will say to the auctioneer, look, Mark, Linda, can you return to the rostrum and just announce to people that the property's actually been withdrawn from the auction floor? There's been a handshake that's taken place outside the room and sold. So you might not get another chance if you're waiting for the old-fashioned have another go when it comes back in on the market. So just be careful of that one. Now you might hear Linda or myself placing vendor bids. Now that just means that you're not actually bidding, and that the bid is well below the reserve price. Then the auctioneer might give you just a bit more of a hint as to where the value lies. So if you hear a vendor bid, then it just means you've got a bit of work to do. We won't be vendor bidding in the first auction, given that the reserve has effectively been met by that. We can nominate the bidding increments as well, so that's just to help you out. We'll work with your bidding strategy as long as those bids are made in the best interest of the auction and of the vendor. Otherwise, Linda or I could and probably would refuse those bids, just the 2 cheeky ones. If there's any disputes in the bidding, it's normally a very friendly forum, so that doesn't often happen, but we just determine any unlikely disputes. And if the team from Harcourts are bidding for buyers, mainly over the telephone, and I have seen an authority to bid today, then I'll just announce that that's happening to you. The seller can withdraw the property from sale before it's sold and without declaring the reserve. That pertains to that situation where outside the room an agreement might be struck and we withdraw the property, which I mentioned. But the important one is, when we hear that noise, and we're certainly going to today, if you've won the auction, then we're going to give you a clap, but then we're going to give you a pen and get you to sign the agreement, and we just need a 10% deposit from you today, and that completes the sale. Thanks for signing the purchaser acknowledgement form. That just states your eligibility to buy New Zealand real estate. and the rest is easy. We'll give you an REA sale and purchase agreements guide that just has good information about settlement and possession, is what we're saying. Okay, let's get on to this brought forward auction. Jason Day and Glenn Young have teamed up, so guys, well done. And thanks to the Grange Estates Limited for the opportunity to sell 10F, 10G and 10H Grange Street. That's right, the 3 sections, 1, 2, 3, all sold as a bundle today. So if you're bidding, you know you're buying 3 of them. And they are freehold estates, each of them at 582 squares, 607 and 503 square metres. The legal descriptions, I won't run through those, but they're unchanged from the agreement that Jason and Glenn have passed to you. Settlement date's 3 months after the date of this contract. And so what are we going into? May, June, July will be when you take possession. There's the additional clause 25 in there, just states there are certain restrictions on what you can build. Mainly, I think I deciphered from that, single dwelling, single level is the big one that you need to look for. Okay, dokes, I'll just quickly touch on what you bid for and buy. There's a real Opawa feel here, even though we're in the suburb of Hillsborough, but it's just got that feel to it, don't you think? Right down the drive, it's tucked away, you're surrounded by beautiful established trees and lovely real estate as well. There's some lovely homes down there already, so I'm sure you've got the plans forming in your head about what you're going to build here. It's absolutely pancake flat, and you get lots of lovely sun in there. You're surrounded by good people. You've got to love the good people in the Opawa area. They're all good sorts and you'll fit right in. And if it's lifestyle is your thing, well, a bit of a stroll along the river, Port Hills are right there and you're not too far into town as well. I'm going to ask Jason Day for the amount of the offer that's been accepted. I believe it's inclusive of GST.
That's correct.
Jason, have you got any final words or would you just blurt that number out?
I would like to have a few words. I'd like to say thanks to the members of Grange Estates, Carl and Gavin, for the opportunity to market this property, and I thank them both for choosing Harcourts 4 Seasons, my colleague Glenn Young and myself Jay Day to make it possible and make them available for purchase today. And equally, thank you to the purchasers that have come up today for viewing, and the final number is $1 million including GST.
Excellent. So any bids I accept are going to be GST inclusive if any. At $1 million, that's a nice easy deposit to work out, 10% of course. Anyone know 10% of $1 million down here? And have a guess if you like. Correct. Go straight to the top of the class. That's good. At $1 million, 10 FG&H Grange Street are selling. Is there any bid in advance? Maybe $1,010,000 would be a bid. Maybe $1,050,000. You tell me. We give you the whole 3 sections. At $1 million once, twice and third, we sell away. First of the day. So I'm looking your direction. Congratulations, the property is going. Properties are going, and gone and sold. Well done. That's a nice chip of start. Thank you, Jason. Thanks, Glenn Young, and well done to our purchasers. Very, very good work. Okie dokes, we're going to the lovely suburb of Northwood, 2 Saracen Avenue. And Mike Brown from our Hornby office has been your lead marketing consultant. Mike, he's a terrier out there. He's a hard worker, this chap. And he's very, very knowledgeable about property. He's done a lot of business in this particular area, as well as, of course, all around our city and province. So I always feel proud to represent Mike here at the rostrum. Our sellers, Paul and Pauline, are in Australia, so we say thanks very much for joining us, and thanks for the opportunity. It's a home that served them very, very well, but they pass it on with goodwill in each of those regards. Let's just run through the formalities of sale. 2 Saracen Ave in Northwood. It's a freehold estate, so that is the strongest land tenure that we offer you in New Zealand. The size of the parcel is 607 square metres. More or less, and it is lot 1, deposited plan 354486. and that's contained and described in that certificate of title with the record 187313. The settlement I've got struck down is not too far away, it's the 26th of April. There's some flexibility in that. Some of you have requested different dates, they've been agreed by our owners, so thank you for those and good luck to you in that regard. No change to the chattel list either here at Saracen. There's a real sense of X factor in this property, I thought. It's really well positioned, it's in such a great spot, it's nicely established, and it's got a real nice feel to it. I really enjoyed being part of that living. It's open, it's light and bright. It's obviously solid in construction. The big breakfast bar there for everyone to gather around. I think a feature of the home is the connection it enjoys to the outdoors. It's super sunny courtyard, and whilst the flow to that's good from the living, you've got access to that from your master suite as well, which is always nice. Nice established gardens, as I say, but very easy to look after. The third bedroom just opens up possibilities. If there is young ones floating about, or those that may have flown the nest and are coming back occasionally, those boomerang kids, they'll be well accommodated. Yes, it's a very pleasant abode. Double internal access garage is superb, permanent material construction, and it's a quiet and peaceful place. Northwood's been a great success. People are loving living there, and you're going to enjoy being part of it too. Number 2, Saracen Ave in Northwood is ready to have the auction, so let's get straight into it. Just calling now for an opening bid. Where would you like to start?
650.
There you go. Mike's bidding for a bidder on the telephone there. They've said 650. That should excite you if you're going to compete against that. Would you say 20 on top? That would be my just suggested increment, but happy to work with you. At 650, Mike, your bid is underway and in the lead. Very pleasant, lots of parks you can walk to. From here, New World's an easy stroll.
655.
Just a cheeky 5 at this stage. We don't want to make it too easy for the opposition, but well done, and in you come at 655, puts forward the folding at 655. There's the bid before you, Mike. Maybe you'll take us up to 6 3/4 and call it 675, but 655 coming second on the telephone at this stage. At 655, lovely freehold section, good feel to the home, plenty of upside. I would say it's an affordable entry into the area. At 655, I'll give you 3 calls, Mike. First call at this time.
665.
Well, that's doubling the bid. I can work with that at 665. At 665, putting up 10. This good team know their property down here. Vinnie Sharma, we recognise her. At 665.
670.
670, staying with those 5s. Okay, I can work with you. 670,000. It's just as long as you keep going. That's the story, isn't it? Stay in front is the trick. It's 670. Lots to love about the home. You're away from the hustle bustle. At 670.
690, Mark.
690 is a good jump. Quadrupling the bid there, as you can see. At 690, putting up 20. Understanding strategy is the way to go, but tenacity is a very, very strong characteristic as well. In the auction room at 690,000. Lovely place to be, lots of sun. Open plan, easy to look after. Lots of time to relax and enjoy your recreational pursuits at 690. I'll offer it up to you the first time. What's a bid that might shake things up a bit? It's 690. First call, just the 2 in the race at this early stage. 695, there's that 5 again. I recognise it at 695, putting you back in front. That's the place to be, isn't it? It's 695. Doing okay. Good team collaboration down here. I like it. 695. Take confidence in this particular property. It's 695. Sturdy and robust. It's 695. Will he bid me a 10?
705, mate.
705, okay, he's gone back to the 10s. So that might represent progress in your endeavours. At 705, lots of value at that money, I would have thought. It's 705. Good fun, these auctions, isn't it? Nice and transparent, open, you can see exactly what people are doing. 705. And we give you unlimited chances to go back in front. It's 705 now. Here comes the 3 calls. Uno, 710. There it goes again. Goes again at 710.
715.
That would be 715, my good man. Mike's bidder goes back in front at 715. Good to see. Hasn't streaked away. And he's saying we should do a nice big bid this time at 715.
717.
Two on top. 717. Heard you clearly, Marilyn. 717. Spokesperson for this group here at 717. Still considerable upside in the property here at 717.
722.
722. He puts up 5 for us. He's stolen your bid. 722. And put themselves back in front. 22, we call it the two swans swimming. 722. Fascinating contest. 722. 725. Nicely. Rounding me up. Puts it to the 7 1/4. 725. Chips it up by 3,000. 725.
730.
730. Set the alarm, but not in the school holidays. 730. Goes back in front. From the back, he's in front. It's 730. Punching out the numbers. Should still be a swathe of bidding at these levels, I would have thought. It's 730. Try to 2, try to 3, we try to 5. 732. Banked and thanked. Back in front. 732. 732,000 New Zealand dollars for one of New Zealand's favourite suburbs.
735.
735, making it clear. Assertive and confident down here at 735. This team's not to be trifled with down here. 735. Super neighbourhood. Good range of cafes and eateries. Not too far from Willowbank here, 735. First call. 737. 737,000 now. Astutely done. Cool, calm and confident. I like it at 737. First chance there, Mike. Second call.
740, Mark.
740, okay, chipping it up and rounding it up. 740. Lobs it up. Team discussion. 740, what would you like to do?
745.
Appreciate that bid. I commend you on that bid. It's 745. It's 745. What about having that wee chat? 745 now. Counting at once, Mikey. Just lift this hammer into position at 745.
747, Mark.
747. Well, that's a bigger plane than we had before. It's 747.
Instructions have changed, we're on the market.
Mike, I can say we're on the market and selling at this level. That's the good news. No pausing now. Someone's going to win this. puts up a cheeky half. Why not? 747 and a half. Right, well, what sort of response will that proffer from the master? At 747, 500. Once!
750.
Let's bring that out with a 2.5. 750. Vinny will be saying, now that's where they might have set their limit, so we better go again. It's 750. Vinny will say, you never let them stop on that round number. 750. How many quarters of a million is that one? 750 the half. 750 and a handful of Lord Rutherfords. $750 plus the $500 euros. And we're selling
$752.
smidgen ahead, 752. 752. Simpsons have loved living in the home. That is going to come to a close. 'Chips it up by a half. 752 500. Glenys French, our manager at the Hornby branch, is relaying this information to the owners at 752 and a half.
755.
He's boomed that one out. 755. Hard to get into Northwood at these levels, that's all I would say. Standalone freehold proposition. 755 for the first time. Second call, 756. Easing to the front again at 756. I'm not sure that's what they were wanting at 756. First call. Second call.
500.
He's gone the half this time at 756 a half. 756 and a half. Who is going to prevail here at 756 and a half? $757. Boeing haven't invented one of those yet, but I'm sure they might one day. At 757. Keep your ears tuned into those conversations at 757. First call, you sure? A little bit early, throw that towel in at 757. One lunge for glory. First call. Second call. If anyone can, Mike Brown can. Third and final chance at 757. Have we reached the moment? You've bid fantastically well.
758.
You nearly had it. I thought you had it. 758. $758 for the first time. The property is selling. 759. Superbly done. 759. just be wondering, what if we bid 760? What could have happened at 759? Good tussle, but good property underpinning this good contest at 759. Down here in front, leading. And we start the count. First chance. Twice now.
He's almost there, Mark.
Third and final call. Race to that next decile. The Kid Oaks decision time. Number 2, Saracen Ave. Northwood. Christchurch, Canterbury. 7:59. Time's ticking. I've got to be fair to these good people.
500.
Round it up. 7:59 and a half. Good work. 760 here now. That's the leading bid. That's the one to beat. 760,000. First to call, second the money, third at the level, 760,000. Call disconnected to Saracen Ave. Could I be sure to sell away? Congratulations on your bidder, but sorry we couldn't get them there, but delighted to announce to this area of the room, to Saracen Avenue, 760,000 is yours and gone and sold. Well done. Well, great auction, great bidding. One had to prevail, and we'll just carry on looking for those good people for Mike. Very good news. Well done, Melissa and Vinny. Good work to you. Mike Brown Super Campaign. And Linda, I can give you your turn.
Okay, folks. Well, that was a little bit nail-biting, a little bit exciting. I'm Linda Warren-Davey, one of the other auctioneers for Harcourts 4 Seasons, and we'll just wait till that room just quietens out a little bit, and I'm looking forward to the same action on this property here. A really big welcome to the room, Jane Martin. She's been our lead marketing agent from the Kaipoi office. It's been an absolute pleasure working alongside you. Our sellers couldn't be with us today, but a very warm welcome. I know that they're viewing, and all the very best. And a big thank you for your choice of Harcourts 4 Seasons and Jane Martin. So we're just going to go straight through to the property here, to the legal description, describing 82 Akaroa Street. It's a freehold parcel of land comprising 446 square metres more or less. Lot 2, deposited plan 390629, recorded in the Canterbury Land Registry on the Certificate of Title 363701. Now, the settlement date that's been offered is the 12th of June 2023, unless otherwise in any aside agreements. And I just wanted to make a reminder to our buyers here today that as per clause 27 through to 27.5, by purchasing here today, you acknowledge that you accept the contract as it has been provided by the seller, and that there is no expectation, obligation or liability upon the seller, as it clearly states in those clauses. Just wanted to make that very clear today. Good things, they come in small packages, and this property offers an absolute myriad of options in the heart of that ever-growing Kaipoi river town. It's a location that's absolutely growing in its popularity. It's a township that's full of boutique stores, cafes, and I just love that whole Kaipoi river meandering through it. I was just there a couple of days ago. Just Kaipoi, as I said, it's a real heartbeat of North Canterbury. a first home, an investment. There is no doubt there are plenty of options here to enhance, rebuild in the future. But today, buyers, the choice is in your hands, and I'm here to facilitate the opening of this auction here today. So the auction is open for 82 Akaroa Street. Who is here to bid and buy? Auction's open. I know we've got interested parties, I know we've got plenty. $250,000, opening bid, lead bid. James Twist, one of our principal owners here, has a buyer on the phone. 250, lead bid. Looking for maybe another 25, but at the moment the lead bid, 250. Can I invite you in at 25, but happy to work with your number. 250,000, lead bid out in front, looking for an offer over and above. 250.
255.
At another $5,000 on top, and I'm happy with that bid at $255,000. At 260, thanks so much. There's James on the phone. 260 straight back, and that's the way to bid. No, at 265, $265,000. Lead bid out in front. At 270, $270,000. 275, $275. That's the way to do it. Straight back. At 280, $280,000. 285 on the nod, 285. At 290, 290. Would you go to 300? Show some confidence. At 300, all the way to 300?
300.
We are at 300,000 here, at $300,000. 300,000, lead bid out in front. Anybody can join in at any time. Happy to slow it down. 305 at $305,000. There's no slowing down here. 305. At 310, $310,000, 310. 315 at $315,000. Who's going to take me to 320? Made my job very easy today here in $5,000 increments at $320,000. Jane, I'm looking for instructions here at $320,000. 325 at $325,000. And yeah, we've got the nod. The property is on the market. It is for sale. At the moment, the bid is with James Twist at 325. Can't let go now, $327,000. Well done, 327. 330, James? Do I get a nod for that? Lead bid at the moment, 327.
328.
328. Okay, now we're going in ones. 328. We're nearly there. The property could be in your hands today. 329. $329,000. At 330, right there at the back. Two in the race here at 330. 335. That's showing real confidence. I commend that bid at $335,000. I can tell you want to live in Kaipoi. 335, keys are changing hands today. 335, James, where's your buyer going to go from here? 335, lead bid, out in front. There's a new name going on that certificate of title in June at $335,000. We're going once. Here we go at 336. 337. Love your confidence at $337,000. At 340, bit of confidence there, stepping right up. At 340, I've seen that before. I'll give you a little bit of time. $340,000 lead bid out in front with James Twist on the phone. 340. You could even try another 1,000. At 340, but the property will be sold today. You sure? Not even another 500? $340,000. Any other interest in the room at 340? Going once at $340,000. I'm not sure what's the price of land today. This is land with a stunning little one bedroom. Very appealing to the people when I was there at the open home in the weekend. Just so much potential. We're going twice at 340. Third and final time. Are we out? At 340. Congratulations to James. Well fought and sold. Congratulations to our sellers. Thanks so much, sir. I wish we could have got you there. Well done with your bidding. And I think that that is it. That's the end of the day. Thanks so much, everybody that came along to our Harcourts Four Seasons auction rooms. We'll see you here next Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Good afternoon from the wider team and from Mark and I.